I find it really interesting that most of the people who were in the chat and that vomited all over the chat here with their hostile red herrings and non sequiturs and so on didn't stick around. Didn't stick around. We were now down to just a couple of people in this stream, in the live stream. Hopefully the results will be better, of course. We will see, but we've got, I mean, I'll respond to a couple of these. They're not here to listen to it. It's almost like students who just they ask a question and then just don't listen to the answer. What a great student, right? If you are still here, raise your hand. I doubt that anybody actually who put these comments in here are still here, but we'll do it. So he says here, how can anyone with a mind think, can think with a mind that can think? I don't know. I'll pen this for ease of reference here. How can anyone with a mind can think, convincing the Pascal's wager? Perhaps he's not an English speaker, so I'm not gonna. That only proves you should bet for the existence of God. You should. Okay, so he thinks that perhaps. Let me say more about this, because I think he probably thinks this is a criticism against the wager, that you have to bet for it, or a criticism about belief in God, that you just have to bet for it. You just have to wager on it. This is one avenue, one perspective. I certainly don't think it's the only perspective, but I'm covering it because probably should have mentioned this in the very beginning. I'm covering it because it's a worthwhile consideration. The wager is not an evidential argument for God's existence. It is a pragmatic argument for God's existence, right? The idea, and you'll see, the idea that you are better off in a cost-benefit scenario than if you were to wager for the existence of God in Christianity than not. So right here, let's go to a different. Okay. Yes. So he says here, XE Music says there are more than 1,000 gods. Actually, if you take into account Hinduism, there are more than 3 million gods. So yes, that's true. There's more than 1,000. Pascal wager only applies to one. And then he says here, no punishment for not accepting Ahura Mazda, which Christianity copied in part. No, it didn't. So this is called the many gods objection. And like I said at the very beginning, you guys, I said that people are going to put this out there and then they're going to run away and not stay around for the actual answer. So it's interesting behavior from certain people. Tells you a lot about their psychology, that they're going to ask the answer and then just kind of run away. Okay, we've got another person here that just apparently just drops this truth bomb for us, right? Recreated God and then just runs away. That's the only thing that they ever said and in the chat, and we have no idea what they're going to say anymore. And then right here, another one here. Right here, do they still award PhDs in alchemy? I assume this is directed at me because why else would be saying it? I have my PhD in philosophy, brother. And it's funny you mentioned alchemy, because I actually mentioned this to my students as well. You know, you probably wouldn't believe that a historian of science and a chemist at Johns Hopkins University, last I checked, the number 7 top university in the United States of America. It's obviously a country that's really great, got great schools. You wouldn't believe that such a person would be studying alchemy, yet they are. His name's Lawrence Principe, and or Princip, depending on how you pronounce it. And he's been written up in Smithsonian Magazine on his experiments in alchemy. So there you go, bro. So I don't think they award PhDs in alchemy, and mine's not in alchemy. Yeah. And this is fascinating as well, too. Oh, man, boy, right. So good logic in the days of alchemy. Again, dropping a comment and running away. You know, I would guarantee you this guy, he's been on my channel for a while. He's just been kind of, I wouldn't call it trolling, because sometimes he says some reasonable things, sometimes he doesn't. But yeah, so this one is a troll comment. It's ironic that Maybe he wasn't around when I was discussing all of Pascal's incredible achievements in the fields of mathematics and physics, fluids, dynamics, geometry. He invented the first mechanical calculator. He's the father of public transportation. He laid out with Fermat the foundations of probabilistic calculus. Yeah, he didn't stay around for all that. But yeah, I call it alchemy and just be dismissive about that. So, all right. What you're all here for, the actual wager.